What's up, model makers? It is October, and it's time once again to address the Sprue Cutters Union latest topic assigned to us minions of the Combat Workshop. And this month, he has asked us to consider this question. What is the one thing that you absolutely refuse to cut corners on with your model making? That thing that there's simply no compromise about. You will expend no end of effort and stay up, until all hours of the morning, making sure it's right. Well, in my case, it's surface finish, and that means everything from the quality of my joint filling and my seams to the finish of my paint. But it's paint in particular that I really get obsessive about. Now, you wouldn't always know that from the quality of my work. Imagine my horror when I recently asked Matt McDougall to look at some of my work, and one of his comments was that it looked like I had some rough paint on in a couple of places. And he was exactly right, and there's no excuse for it. That's the thing. When you look at the work of guys like Matt or James D., the Mig Jimenez's of the world, there's no rough paint, no matter how far in you zoom. That's just almost without exception going to be a smooth finish. And some of it comes from experience, and some of it comes from skill and just knowing your materials and knowing how to handle your paint. But the bottom line is that sometimes it's just a matter of elbow grease, and that's why I say there's really no excuse for having paint that looks like the skin of a 14-year-old junior high kid who eats nothing but chocolate bars for lunch every day. If your paint is bumpy, it means one of several things. Either you can't see, you don't care, you're lazy, or you just plain fucked up. And that's why I say there's no excuse for it, because not only can it be fixed, but if you don't fix it, then you're going to see the evidence of your lazy fucked upness right there on the surface of your model airplane for the rest of it or your life, whichever ends first, I suppose. So to me, it's a high penalty, because if I've got that model airplane sitting right there on my desk, where every time I sit down at my computer to do something fun like surf the internet, I don't want to constantly be looking over there thinking, man, that paint looks like absolute shit. Why didn't I fix that when I had the chance? And, it can be frustrating, because when you're working on these things, sometimes you get to a point, like I have with this little Maschinenkrieger jet engine, where you just have to settle. You just have to say, okay, this paint does not look as good as I want it to, and in fact it doesn't on this one. So that's why I'm going to show it to you from way over here as opposed to up close. But there's a point where sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you just have to say, okay, it is what it is, and accept your lessons and move on to the next project, and hopefully be able to sleep at night afterwards. At any rate, it all adds up to, getting whatever it is that you truly want out of your model making. What are the results that you're really after? And that is the one thing that I am always really after. I just can't stand nasty paint. Okay, guys, that's my take on it. Thanks for watching. Much love.